everyone. This is Module 11, Lesson 6, and today we are going to talk about biographies. Today's reading focus is on the main idea and details. So as you read today, you are going to try to determine what is the main idea of the text, what key details support the main idea, and then can you summarize the text? Our learning target today is I know the main idea and key details. So let's start off by talking about what exactly is a biography. Well, a biography is a text that's written to inform the reader about a real person. So biographies have some characteristics that we are going to go over. The first one is that in a biography, they share facts in chronological order. That means the order in which the facts or events happen. Biographies are narrated by the author, not the person featured. So if you're reading a biography about someone, it's not written by that person, it's written by someone else, and the author is the narrator. Biographies are considered narrative nonfiction. So what does that mean? Well, like traditional informational nonfiction texts that you know about, they oftentimes will have a table of contents, a glossary, bold words, dates, and an index. But because they are about a person and they're informing the reader about the person's life, they actually tell a story and they include characters, a setting. There's usually a problem and solution, and oftentimes there's a theme. So they're similar to a narrative in that way, but they're nonfiction, which means that it's a true story. Biographies have common features. So let's take a look at those. First is that all biographies will usually tell about the childhood of whoever you're reading about. So they'll include information about when and where the person was born, their family, and their education. Maybe they were able to have an education, and if they were, it'll tell where they went to school, and maybe they were not able to have an education, but all of that information on their early life will be in the biography. The next is that they will tell about the challenges that the person faced. So the obstacles that they overcame, and then also events or other people that help to shape their life. In a biography, you'll find information on the traits. So this is the physical traits and actual character traits of whoever you're reading about. And we're going to get into that a little bit deeper later on in the lesson. And then lastly, biographies will have information about the person's legacy. So what impact was made by this person and what are they remembered for? Okay, now let's look a little bit deeper at the traits. Physical traits are what a character actually looks like on the outside, what they physically look like. And you can use this graphic organizer to jot down some information about the physical traits of your character. So there's a spot for a picture to show what the character looks like. And then just pick 2 words that tell about the character on the outside, what they actually look at, what you see. Character traits are a little bit trickier, and this is what the character is like on the inside. And when you're coming up with these character traits, you want to think about the character's personality. So in order to do that, you come up with 3 words that tell about the character on the inside and then evidence from the text. I actually think it's easier to find the evidence from the text first and then to think about what evidence you're using and see if you can come up with a word that describes how the person was acting in the evidence that you chose. And this is a list of just some options that you could use for physical traits and character traits. So on the outside, are they tall, short, glamorous, strong, blue-eyed, red-haired, etc.? And then for the character traits, these are words that describe the character. So helpful, dependable, gentle, argumentative, honest, confident, etc. And then because biographies are nonfiction books, but they tell a story, you can actually use a story map to organize the information as you read. And this is a helpful way to pull out the necessary information and help you organize it. So a story map looks like this. You have a spot for the main character and then the setting, and then where the story, sorry, what time period the story takes place. So maybe it's a long time ago in the past, maybe it's in the recent past, or maybe it takes place in the present day. And then you want to think about important events in the character's life, the main character who the biography is about. Um, I recommend choosing 5 events and not just the main important event, not just the main event that the person did that's sort of like what they'll be remembered for. Think about what's important in their life. So remember we said that biographies include information about what shapes a person's future, people and events. Those are the things that you should include in here. Okay, that is all for the background information on biographies. And in the next video, I am going to show you how to actually use those graphic organizers to help you take notes while you're reading your biography.